What's up, Fit Fam? And welcome to a new segment I wanted to start tonight titled Moments of Wisdom. So, this evening I wanted to talk to you guys about some of the things that I have learned as it relates to health and fitness here in 2023. So, some of you that have been following this channel from the time I started it till now know that at the beginning of this year, I wanted to play around with extended fasting. So my intention when I started out this year was to do a 72-hour, which is 3 days, water fast. So I do a 72-hour water fast every month. That was my intention at the start of this year. I ended up finding out about March, I think it was only 3 months in, that this is a lot. Like doing the 3-day fast, it's not too hard, but my goal is to build muscle. With doing the 3-day fast every month, I found myself to feel as though I had just dug a hole, climbed out being the 3-day fast, and then now I just got back to where I was. Now I went back down and would lose quite a bit of weight. Not really. It was just becoming challenging at a monthly rate. I don't think I was seeing the results I wanted to see. So I decided to adapt and change my approach with this, because I know that the 3-day fasting has immense and almost unmeasurable health benefits. As it relates to fasting, just a little quick thing on it. One of my friends about 13 days ago, he was sick with a cold flu. He was coming down with something bad. He was starting to feel really run down sick. He ended up doing a 48-hour, a 2-day fast, and his sickness completely disappeared. So when I talk about the health benefits of extended fasting properly, these are some of the benefits that you can experience too. It's he's not superhuman, I'm not superhuman, but we can experience tremendous results through the fasting process as it relates to immune system functions, along with many other things. So, moment of wisdom. I realized my body was feeling stressed. It wasn't feeling good anymore from doing 3-day fasting at a rate of every month. It was just a little too much for me. So I cut back to doing the 3-day fast. I realized what I believe a great and perfect, maybe even perfect protocol for a focus on anti-aging and longevity would be to implement a 72-hour water fast. Maybe you could do it every other month. I didn't do that just because I felt like that still wasn't quite enough to get me out of where I wanted to be with attaining more muscle size, Ultimately, like I said, I want to attain more muscle, be in the greatest health of my life. So maybe I should try doing the 72-hour fast every other day. But every other month. But because I realized that this 72-hour fast every third month appeared to work great for my body, I feel like I am thriving. So that is the protocol I decided to go with. So the moment of wisdom is that we realized doing the 3-day fast every month destroyed us. Maybe it didn't destroy us, but it was hard to keep up with it. So to achieve even greater health results, we cut it back to every third month. So now I have decided to do the 3-day fasting every third month. So in this upcoming year of 2024, I will get 4 3-day water fasts done. This year we did January, February, March. I believe it was April, May, and then June is when I did another one. And then after that, June, July, August, and September is when I did my most recent one. So my next 3-day water fast is going to be on Christmas. Why Christmas? I feel like the absolute best gift I could give to myself is a fresh bill of health to enhance my body overall, my overall health. If you guys go and watch one of my videos I have up from many months ago, I spoke about all the health benefits of a 72-hour water fast. Yeah, that'd be a great resource to go reference. There's some other people that have other information as it relates to the health benefits of 72-hour fasting. Look into it. I believe it could be the Fountain of Youth. My experience with it is that I do feel more youthful. I feel like I look younger than I did last year. Last year I was 31, right now I'm 32. I feel like I look younger and better at 32 than I did at 31. Like, you know how Facebook and Instagram will like send you some like pictures from your past and your memories or whatever? Like when I see these, I go, wow, man, I am really aging youthfully. Like I was looking at pictures, I guess from like maybe when I was 28 or so, and I'm like, wow, you are doing well. So I just want to emphasize looking into and researching the health benefits of doing a 72-hour water fast, because I have found it to be extraordinary. So look into that. For this first segment, A Moment of Wisdom, I wanted to make sure I touched heavily on the health benefits of the 72-hour water fast. So I think that was a big game changer this year. Another thing that I have like really emphasized and paid attention to this year is my nutrition. My nutrition's always been good, but this year I've made it great. We switched over from salmon over to bison, reason being just that when I was doing some research on how these animals are treated and whatnot, it looks like the bison gets treated better than cows, so maybe bison's better than cow, and bison also gets treated better than salmon. Salmon was my favorite protein before just like really thinking about like how these fish are raised and stuff like this. So I was consuming farm raised fish, right? If you guys heard that already, you know, because the farm raised fish is raised in an environment where it's like shitting and peeing and then swimming in it all goddamn day and stuff like this, and that is disgusting. What? Ew, that's what people are putting in their bodies. That's what I was putting in my body. Nasty saying it out loud. It's gross. So when I was doing some research, it looked like the bison gets treated better than most of these animals, and is allowed to like eat like grass. It's free to roam and eat its grass. So it's a grass-fed animal, so it's gonna be higher in omegas. It's gonna be an overall better protein source. With that being said, when you compare the protein profile of bison to like salmon, beef, chicken, what you're gonna find is that bison is just a little bit more rich in protein. Also, bison is a red meat. It's gonna have natural creatine in there for you. So does salmon, but the bison I have found has been a good switch over this year. I feel like I've put on a little bit more quality muscle. That's been awesome. As it relates to building muscle, another thing I learned this year is that when you consume certain fruits intra-workout, you can induce higher levels of intracellular muscle growth. So some of you guys that have been following me for a little bit have seen me in my videos eating pineapple throughout the workout. The reason why I do that is because the pineapple is going to help induce intracellular muscle growth. Pineapple is a food that is also rich in the enzyme bromelain. Bromelain is an enzyme that produces higher levels of testosterone in the human body. So with that being said, that just gives you a little oomph with your workout. It feels good. It's legitimately, like, it's like having candy at the gym, tastes like dessert, and you feel like a little more like rah, you feel a little more oomph, you feel a little more powerful, a little more energetic with your workouts. So that was a really cool thing to learn this year. Another thing we learned maybe a couple years ago, many years ago, something to emphasize these days is to put some electrolytes into your water. A lot of us are out here drinking water that is mineralless. When we drink the water from the tap and everything else, purified water, distilled water, it's more than likely deprived of real minerals. So a little quick fix for this, you can add some pink Himalayan salt to your water, just a little bit, just give it a little bit of flavor. You can taste like that sodium. I tell people commonly that like this flavor for me tastes like I'm drinking milk. So when you pour the salt into your water, if it starts to taste like milk, you've acquired the right taste. You know what I'm saying? You want it to taste good. So if it tastes too salty, you got too much salt, dump it out, redo, or just pour some more water in to dilute it. Or if you drink it and it tastes like a little funny, it doesn't really taste like much, maybe put a little more salt in there. This ultimately is good for brain function. The electrolytes that are in pink Himalayan salt are awesome for brain cognition. Also, these electrolytes that are found in the pink Himalayan salt are also going to be excellent for your digestive health. Speaking about digestive health and brain cognition, another thing we could touch on is the power of putting certain spices and herbs into one's coffee. Right now, I'm having some black coffee. I want to get in a creative flow this evening, produce some cool content for the world, everyone watching. So I mixed up some of my organic coffee. My organic coffee I utilize is a blend of caramel flavored organic coffee and vanilla flavored organic coffee ground beans, with both of them. I blend them in a jar, put them into the, don't put it directly in your coffee, that'd be disgusting. Throw it into the, what's the thing called? The filter. Throw it into the filter. Once I have the coffee beans or coffee grounds, quote me on this, coffee grounds, not coffee beans. Put the coffee grounds into the filter. Then I put a little bit of ground cinnamon, about a tablespoon we'll say. And then I put about another tablespoon of turmeric. And then maybe another half a tablespoon of ground ginger. And then maybe like a quarter of a tablespoon of black pepper. Put that into the filter with the ground coffee. Let that brew. Now that you got your coffee ready, what you do, you put some raw and unfiltered honey into your coffee. Now you just fill your honey or your delicious coffee with one of nature's strongest antivirals. Also, honey, raw and unfiltered honey in particular is rich in many micronutrients, which is good for overall health and body function. So that's what I got in this coffee right here. That's going to enhance brain cognition. That's going to enhance body digestive health. So you're gonna have that going on. It's also going to be good for enhancing one's metabolism. So if you want to ignite the metabolism, start burning some extra calories without having to do a thing, that's cool. So yeah, much has been learned this year. What else? On the topic of nutrition, continuing these moments of wisdom, I observed this year that there has been a growing number of businesses producing like beetroot extracts, beetroot supplements to help improve one's vascular health, your dilation, your circulation of the blood. So I was interested by this, and I was like, I'm like, if I start consuming, you see, oh no, this is making me a little dry. I'm like, if I start consuming more beets, more beet juice, would that help me achieve more vascularity? And the answer, I would say, is yes. So, can we see? Maybe the lighting's messed up. It's all good. Anyway, so this year I decided to start consuming beet juice about a half hour to an hour before my workouts to help enhance the blood flow of my body. What else did we learn this year? There's been a lot. Another little trick we learned this year is the benefits of consuming tart cherry juice with our last meal. The reason why I would recommend consuming tart cherry juice with your last meal is that tart cherry juice is rich in micronutrients that aid in the production of your own natural melatonin. So I have my last cup of tart cherry juice for the night with my meal, right? Once that's consumed, I'm getting ready for bed. As I'm sleeping, while I'm sleeping, my body is producing even higher levels of melatonin. This allows one to get into a deeper state of rest and REM sleep, ultimately enhancing one's sleep, enhancing your recovery, enhancing how you feel. That's awesome. Remember, rest and sleep is one of the absolute greatest tools you can utilize for your overall health and longevity. You need to sleep. You need to get rest. Like people that want to preach like going on 4 hours of sleep regularly, it's just uneducated. You're gonna run yourself down. Your brain's gonna get slower at some point, and you're just not gonna be able to function how you did before. If you end up doing if you are in a position, because I've been in the position where you can only get 3 hours of sleep or 1 hour of sleep or only a couple hours of sleep just because life's flowing like that wild and crazily. I was on security stunts. I was on a security grind where I'd work one job to the next job to the next job to the next job, and I was working with 3 or maybe even 4 different companies at one point, where I worked literally a 52-hour shift. Think about that. I mean, it wasn't a 52-hour shift at one site. It was 12 hours here, 8 hours here, 12 hours there, 8 hours there. It was wild as fuck. And there was maybe an hour in between, and that'd be just enough time for you to get your shit together and drive to the next location. I've been on crazy grinds like that. So I understand that sometimes your life may not allow you to always have the most luxurious sleep style, but you should always be shooting to get 7.5 hours to 9 hours of sleep. I would say that's absolutely the most optimal way to go. 6 hours, I found myself just to feel like I still need a little bit more, and it's gotta be because of all the physical activity I do. When you're hard on your body like that, you gotta get the rest. You gotta get the recovery. It's very important. Because otherwise it's not sustainable. If you get injured, you get sick, what good are you then? You're useless. You're not the same. Oh, this coffee is so good, guys. Highly recommend you guys all try this out. But what else? There's so much that has been learned. I've been trying so many different things. I feel like I created the perfect workout routine, the perfect workout split. I'm gonna make it even better here in 2024. Recommend all you guys start getting into some sort of plyometric training to help increase your bone strength. As we get older, our bones deteriorate. They get weaker. It doesn't have to be that way though. I believe if you stay on top of your training, your fitness, your nutrition, your rest, Your body does not have to age, it does not have to decay, it does not have to get diseased, and it does not have to get weak. It is all a choice. Everything in life is ultimately a choice. Do you want to be in the best shape of your life? You know what to do. Get your ass to the gym. Eat that nutritious food. Get your ass to sleep. Don't be scrolling on your phone all day. Don't be watching Netflix. Don't be fucking around. Stay focused. Life's pretty easy when you apply discipline. You stick to the routines and you see the results. Success has a blueprint. You do what success is, you receive success. What is success? Depends on what your goal is. For me, I want to have a body that is healthy, fit, and strong and can last forever. Truthfully, I mean forever. So I'm like, how do you do this? Well, there's telomeres, right? What are telomeres? Telomeres are in the cells of the body, and they dictate how long your body lives. So in your DNA, in the strain of all our DNA, we will find telomeres. These telomeres, if they're nice and long and strong, you're gonna live a long, happy life. If they're short, weak, and decaying, you're close to death. Alright? So you want long, healthy, strong telomeres forever. And you can maintain this. Naturally, they go like this. They deteriorate. With the, we'll call it the American diet of eat bullshit regularly, your shit is just gone. Now, knowing this, if you know this, and you know that like the food that you eat, getting the exercise, getting rest, doing other certain protocols can enhance your telomeres and keep them long and strong, where like, if they do have to decay, it's slow as fuck. There's scriptures out there that talk about people living for hundreds of years. You can check your Bible. That would be one to start with. In certain scriptures, it is described people living for hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of years. Why can they do that and you cannot? I don't believe it has to be that way. I've done extensive research over the years, and I believe that we can manipulate our bodies much more than we think. I believe that the research that they have been putting out in relation to epigenetics is something you should all look into. Because my greatest fascination in life is, can we create an eternal body? A body that lasts forever, just keeps rejuvenating and healing, rejuvenating and healing. From what I've seen, the human body is designed to continually heal, regenerate, heal, regenerate, heal, regenerate, if you treat it properly and you do the right things. Now, if you treat your body like shit, you don't get rest, you don't get sleep, you don't get workouts, you don't exercise, you don't get movement, you live in hate and anger and sadness, I think you die a lot faster than people that make other choices. So, in relation to longevity, I think it is absolutely critical, so important, that you stay in peace, you live a life of love, you take care of your body, you treat yourself with love, respect. Make sure that you're only consuming the absolute best food possible. Your body is the temple. Your body houses the spirit. Your body houses the mind. If this goes, what are you? You really don't got much left. And for those of you that are in that position, I pray for you. I send you nothing but love and blessings, because that's the worst. If you're in a position where you can't even move, that's sad. I don't want anyone to ever have to be in that kind of position. Because it's a choice. At the end of the day, a lot of it's a choice. You can take care of your health and achieve the greatest that you can be, or you cannot, and you can deteriorate and you'll fade away. It's a choice. It's a choice. You can be the most fit version of you, the healthiest, the strongest, the one that inspires, the one that provides, the one that nurtures, the one that supports. You can be that person. Or you can just do nothing. The choice is always yours. Oh, that was a rant. Sorry about that. But what else do we got, guys? This is our first moment of wisdom together. I will never let the moment of wisdom be this long again, unless there's a really hot topic. But this is what we've learned in 2023 going into 2024. Last thing we said pretty much was the bone health. Make sure you guys implement some sort of plyometrics, guys. Keep these bones strong. Make sure you age well. I don't want you guys to get weak. I don't want you guys to get diseased. I don't want you guys to die. I want everyone to live the longest, happiest, healthiest life imaginable. So, we talked about the fasting. Next fast is going to be in December. Well, we're in December, right? December 1st is tomorrow. So Christmas is already here. So my 3-day fast is going to be coming up really soon. I'm really excited about that. I'm going to overall upgrade my entire body. This is awesome. It's fun, man. You get to push yourself. I look at it as a time with God. I like to pray during these times. Just stay in a state of gratitude. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a wise thing for all of us to do. So, what else? We talked about tart cherry juice. It's also a very rich antioxidant, along with the beet juice. Consuming the beet juice is very high in antioxidants. Again, number one reason we're drinking it though is for the blood flow and the circulation. Make the veins pop when we're in the gym. Make you feel your best. It enhances nitric oxide, so the blood flow to the muscles throughout the entire body, everything's going to be enhanced. So that's the big, huge, awesome benefit with beets and beet juice in particular. Tart cherry juice, we said, for going to sleep. We said we switched over to bison because bison is a little bit cleaner than salmon. That's really it. Otherwise, I love salmon. I think salmon's the best. Every night I make sure I consume asparagus. I've always been doing that just because I know I need to make sure I keep it green in my nutrition. I think maybe it was this year I found out that asparagus is actually one of nature's absolute best prebiotics. So with that being said, that means asparagus is going to really help your gut health microbiome, which is extraordinarily important. It's also one of nature's best natural diuretics. So it's going to help keep off like excess water retention. So beautiful thing about asparagus. I started incorporating more carrots this year. So every night I'm consuming like half a pound of asparagus and then half a pound of carrots. Those are my veggies for the evening. And carrots being that they're rich in retinol, that's going to help with your eye health. So what else do we got? That's important. We talked to you guys about hydration already and making sure you're consuming electrolytes with your water, because a lot of the water is deprived of nutrients. How do you solve that? Put some nutrients in. Talked to you guys about my coffee and the spices I utilize. Those spices that I utilize for the coffee, I also utilize when I am consuming green tea. On the topic of both those though, let's talk about fasting. When you guys are conducting a 72-hour fast, you will not break your fast. You will actually enhance the autophagy of the fast if you consume a black coffee with all the spices I described. You put it into the filter before you brew your coffee, or you do the exact same thing with the tea. Put the tea bags in. What I'll do is I'll put the tea bags in the bottom of the coffee pot, or at the, into the coffee pot, and then in the filter I'll just put those spices, let it brew, and then consume. And like I said, that will enhance the effects of a fast. That though, you cannot add honey to it, because if you consume the honey with that combination, the honey will break the fast. Honey will kick you out of a fasted state, so don't think you can consume honey and stay fasted. It's foolish, it doesn't work. It activates the metabolism, you mess up, now your digestive system's going. You activated the digestive system, which activated the metabolism, kicked out of fast, kicked out of autophagy, you lose, game over. So do not consume the honey during a fast. However, black coffee with all those spices I told you, enhance the fasted state, enhance the autophagy. Same thing with the green tea. That has been a game changer. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna keep moving forward with the YouTube channel, and when I do a review of 2024, when I'm looking back like I am right now, going, what did I learn this year? When I look at this camera, I know I'm gonna see an upgraded version of the person I am right now. So make sure you're always learning and growing. Definitely a focus of mine. What else, guys? I mean, as far as health and nutrition, I think that's pretty much, is that everything? That might be everything. We talked about a lot. I've had you guys on this video for the last 30 minutes. So everyone that's been watching, I want to tell you guys, I love you. I appreciate your time. Thank you for staying tuned and watching this with me. What else do we got though, guys? We talked about the coffee. You guys want to get in shape just from your coffee? Bam. You're going to start to enhance your health just like that. Through your tea, bam. Now you're going to enhance your health just like that. Oh, this is something to talk about. So for many years, I always thought that the anabolic window was the thing, right? Then I found some research recently this year, some videos were posted where they're talking about how the anabolic window is fake. The anabolic window was made up by the supplement companies to push protein products onto all of us. And they got me, guys. They got me for years and years and years. I used to always think right after my workout, you gotta consume the protein shake. Chug, 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 chug. You can wait hours, guys. Hours upon hours upon hours. 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. I don't know what the full length was. I have to go read the research again. But you got a long time. I think you got like 24 hours to optimize this anabolic window. That's the real anabolic. The real anabolic window is about 24 hours, not 1 hour. So remember that. So I was making myself sick in the past, man. Seriously, I'd be like consuming so much food in an hour, thinking that like this is the only time my body's gonna really metabolize and utilize all this food to the absolute best. Wrong, absolutely wrong. So now you guys know too, you don't gotta slam that protein shake or those protein shakes right after your workout. You can wait till hours upon hours later. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. Your body has an intelligence and it's always speaking to you. If you're feeling shitty and weak and blah, 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 listen to your body and make adjustments. So I was consuming this year way too much protein, where I was just like kind of like feeling bloated and sick a lot. So I have cut down my protein by, man, I think when I did the math, it was like 80 grams or so. It could be 80 to 120 grams per day. I've cut my protein down from protein shakes because I was just consuming too much. Keep that in mind, guys. My protein intake was like, I think it was actually 400 grams a day. I weigh 220 pounds. I don't need 400 grams of protein. What? It's crazy. But it's because I was like, man, I'm hungry. Let me just have like a protein shake. Something I have made sure to do is to embrace the fasted window. Like, I'm like, when there's times where I just don't eat and everything else, just enjoy it, man. Just consume your water with the pink Himalayan salt so you got the electrolytes and you feel good. And then when it's time to eat, indulge, man. When I say indulge, I mean like eat all the good stuff. You know, go heavy with all the good stuff. Go heavy with all the good stuff. Like, can you really eat enough good food, like once your body's done, it's gonna let you know. Like if I eat too much like salmon, bison, asparagus, carrots, pineapple, blueberries, I think that's all my favorites. After I eat all that, like, do you think I'm gonna get fat and shitty and puffy looking? Do you think you are gonna look fat and shitty and puffy and like looking? You are what you eat. Remember that. Choose foods that are filled with life. Do not choose the processed, lifeless food that you can find at most grocery stores. Be wise, check the ingredients. A little personal story I can talk about real quick as it relates to checking the ingredients. I was at a summer party this summer, and they had out this drink called Bai, right? B-A-I. Some of you guys probably drink it. And I'm like, what is this? This looks like it's probably good. It says rich in antioxidants. Wow, that's cool. So I start reading the ingredients, and the first ingredient says erythritol. I'm like, erythritol? What's erythritol? Why does that look like like a crazy name for like an ingredient and something that says it's high in antioxidants? I look it up, and erythritol is a sweetener that can cause heart conditions. Okay, a family member of mine has like real heart issues, real heart conditions. This dude can get like his heart set off from drinking like too much sugar. Dead ass serious. And he's got these drinks that contain a ingredient that could actually kill him. And I'm like, hey, do you know that this has this ingredient erythritol in it? He's like, no, what's that? So we pop on Google, take the phone. You guys got my phone right now, so I can't like do it for you guys too. But we look up that ingredient, erythritol, on Google. You know what it says? And this is the #1 ingredient in the Bai drink. Bai, B-A-I, pushing the antioxidants when they're pushing poison. It says erythritol, dude. What? I'm like, look at I'm like, family member, look at this. What does this say? He's like, oh, he's reading it. What? He's like, what's that? I'm like, that's the #1 ingredient in this drink you got right here. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, and I go and I show his wife, and I'm like, look at what he's drinking. Be wise, guys. Remember, only consume the best. You get one life. This is the temple. Protect it, cherish it, take care of it. Treat yourself with love. Treat yourself with compassion. Stay in peace. Do what you love. That's my message for tonight. I love you guys. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you guys all learned something. And I will be producing a moment of wisdom video at least every week moving forward, because this is something I could do every night. I just don't got the time. So when this YouTube channel gives me the time to create more, I'm gonna create more. So wishing you guys all a beautiful, blessed week. I will see you next week with Moments of Wisdom. I am Matthew Moak, your favorite health and fitness coach, personal trainer, and life coach. Stay blessed, guys. Thank you for watching. Look at that tattoo.